Hello, I am Agente P, one of the developers of the mod peer review for Half-Life 2, a reboot of Half-Life DK, and I was asked to make a quick tutorial of how to make a prop door rotating for Source Engine 2013. It seems like there is basically no documentation of how to properly make it. Like, this kind of props kind of obscure. It has a slightly changed in the way you need to configure your KC file, and in the Valve developer documentation you can find like basically nothing about it. So I decided to make this quick video. I hope it be quick. I didn't record it yet, so I did it a couple of times, and I will make this in this prop made by Chris Bryant. It's a freezer, a walking freezer door. So it moves just like this, and as you can see, I already separated this small lever here that is supposed to move, and this other piece over here is like a how is it called? I think it's a knob, and it just rotates like this. So and there is also this little piece over here that also moves like this, in and out. So basically what we need to do here first is set the vertex group like this very first piece. I'm gonna call it pin, because I have no idea how this is called. This other here, I'm just gonna call it lever. You also need to make sure you assign this to the actual model. So let me just fix this again. Okay, here. And this last one is gonna be the knob. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing it right, but I hope I hope it's possible to understand what I'm saying. So okay, this is the very first thing, and I'm gonna hide the door frame because we're not gonna need it right now. So let me just pick this last one and call it body. Okay, so this is basically all we need to do here. Next step is making a armature. I usually start with a single bone, like just like this. Let me put this here. Okay, here. And if we look at this, we can see it's going up. It's not supposed to go up. Instead, it's supposed to go here in the x-axis. I'm just move it like this. So okay, first thing, you need to extrude your bone to your lever, so you have like a whole bone that goes across the whole door body, so you can move it. We're gonna set this to, actually you don't really need this one, but I like to make sure it's not overlapping with other bones and stuff like that. Okay, like this. You see? Second thing, we need to make a bone over here, going to the knob, like just like this, and make sure it's aligned with the center of your handle or your knob, just like this. And it just disappeared for some reason. Okay, it is here. I'm just here. And last one, we're gonna make here another one, and here another one going here. So this one is going to control the pin. This one is going to control the y-axis rotation of the knob, and this one is going to control the lever. As you can see, you need to select just the tip of your bone. Okay, so this is basically all you need. Then go to, I like to do this in pose mode, so just find your armature here. The first one is bone, so it's going to be called body. Second one is this one, I'm going to call it knob. Third one is this one, I'm going to call it lever. And last one, pin. Next thing, we need to go back to object mode, select this, and parent. Here you can just get automatic weights or empty groups. I really don't know, because in older versions of Blender I remember there was something like vertex group that you can just parent this with automatic vertex group. And here, last time I tried with automatic weights, it didn't work right, so I'm just gonna get this armature deform. So now we can just get into our pose mode here, and we can see like this isn't moving anything. Next thing, we need to go back to object mode and select this, get into the weight paint, and as you can probably imagine, you need to weight paint your model, which is a really boring process, especially if you're using a mouse instead of a Wacom, because it's really not precise to make this. So okay, let me just get this one. Okay, I have no idea why it's okay here. Another thing that I really notice, usually rotating doors come with two different kind of hardware. There are levers and push bars. As this is a single hardware kind of prop, like it only has this kind of hardware, of opening hardware, so we're not gonna use body groups. We're just gonna use a single kind of a single SMD model and some animation SMDs. Otherwise, we would need to create a different body group. Like, instead of just making this separate model, we're gonna make all the two hardware as separate models. Honestly, I never did that because I didn't need to. So if you do, it's basically the same process, except you need to attach body groups, which is slightly more painful, but I really don't think that's all that hard. Okay, here. This last piece. The reason I made the lever and the rest of the pieces separated is mostly because it makes it easier to just white paint, because as we're not using body groups, you really don't need it to be separated. You can just use the same prop. But if you want to make things organized, I really prefer to make it this way. Why? Okay, here. Okay, I guess that's all. Nice. Okay, now we also need to get these three separated props and parent this here. So if we get this, you see we can move the whole thing, the whole door model. If we get this one, we can do this. If we get this one, we can already move just the lever like this. And if we pick that up, we can just rotate that one. If we get this one, we can, okay. This one's probably going to be a little bit more complicated, because we need it to go in and out, and now this is just, okay, this is the right one. This is just like rotating like this. So if you have never animated anything for Source Engine, it's not really that hard. You can just get around here and here in the bone properties. You just need to get like this bone here and change this from quaternion to XYZ Euler. I really don't know what it is, but for some reason it works, so this is what you need. Let me just, okay, here's a complicated thing. When we rotate this one, it goes inside that other piece over there, you see, right next to the cursor. So in order to do this, we're gonna need to move this here. But if do this, we're gonna try to deal with this one over here. So an easier way to make this is just getting this one here, getting this one over here, and getting this one as a separate bone. So we can just instead of, no, you don't, let's go, okay, disconnect bone, this is it. Then you get this one and put it back here, align, here. So now we can just rotate this one, and this one keeps changing that because this is constrained, but it's not directly connected to this one. And we could also do this like just for this one, but now I don't know, it really doesn't matter in this case which order you prefer to do. But now this one is also closer, so it stretches a little bit more, but it also keeps the model kind of in the right place. Like when we get this one, you have less hidden surface going on here, like it goes in and out. Okay. Another thing you can do is like get into your viewport and preferentially get it to stick or into wire and always in front. It's just easier. It's using stick mode like this. Okay, this one rotates like this. It's really nice. This one I need to get this into what? No, here. Okay, this one I don't want this to rotate, so I'm just gonna lock it all. I just want it to scale on X. So what happens is nope. Okay, like this. So it goes in and out. This really doesn't make a lot of difference in the final product, but it just makes it easier to animate. And here I need to just do it like this. So just like nope, like nope, yeah, like this. For some reason this seems to be slightly off. Like this is the axis rotation. It wasn't supposed to be this, but okay, I'm not gonna argue with Blender. The last one, you do the same thing. Just lock the scale. Like, I'm really curious which axis is this going to be. Okay, this one. This is in the right axis. Okay, like this. So after that, you can just get into your animation tab. If you don't have, you just click here and get like general animation. It's right over here, and you need to do this into the action editor. This is how you make non-linear animations, NLAs, which allows you to not need to make a different file, a blend file for each animation, which was something that I really didn't know when I made my first prop, and I just duplicated the whole file, and every time I changed something in one of the files, I had to go all the way to the other file and change it too. So just make your life easier, okay? So you need to first create a new action. Your first action is probably gonna be called idle, because this is like idle. I don't really think I need to explain why this is idle. Okay, I'm not gonna change anything on this one, just like this. And to insert a new keyframe, you need to click I on your keyboard, and then you just get like all channels. It usually does something, but for some reason it didn't. Why? Because I didn't activate. No. Okay, here, and not here. You need to do this here, like this, just like this. So this is the idle animation, just one single frame like this. Then you can just push it down, create a new. This will be called open, and this is the action of opening our freezer door. So everything you're gonna add your location, rotation, and scale, because we have one scale for the little one here. And now here's the funny part, that's like making it the actual animation. Like, you need to consider your, what is it called, your FPS. Like, considering at some rate of 30 FPS, we can set like this 30 frame is 1 second of our animation. So I'm gonna just use like 20 frames, something like this. So here, let me just rotate like some 160, I guess that's fine, minus 160, and insert rotation. So here it opens and it also closes, but not really care about it right now. Okay, this is, for some reason this is really nice. Like, look at this. And you also can make this like 20 frames, because we don't need more than this 20 frames. This is gonna be funny, because we need this to be like okay, let me just like this, a little bit more like this, and okay, I just messed this up. Okay, like this. Just make it like this. Wait, no, that's easier if we just insert our final keyframe, because then we can just make the middle one like 15. Just move like this, insert. Okay, here. So when we make this, here it opens like this, and this last one is going to be in the same position by the end, but here in the 50 it needs to be all the way in, like this. So I have this. This is like really easy to make, kinda way too simple, but I don't know, there is something like funny about it. So we push it down again. Let me just check if OBS is still working. Okay, seems like it is. So new animation is going to be called close. I don't really think we need one, now that I'm thinking. Let me take a look. This is the QC file for a personal project I made a while ago, and this is like my main reference for how to make doors. You see, I used one body group here, but you don't need to use it, because like you can just use the regular model. It doesn't change after all. Okay, we need it. It's a locked animation, not a closed animation. It's a locked animation. So yeah, locked. I don't really think this door is going to be locked. Like, let's suppose it goes. We make like this. Then, yeah. Here is a weird thing. You see, the rest of the model is following the wrong animation. Like if we advance this, it's following the previous animation. The reason is because when we change this, like there is nothing over here, but we need to consider we're using this animation here. There all this animation during the NLA tracks. As we don't have, this is going like to use the last one used. I really don't understand why this happened, but like it does, so I'm not gonna ask this. Okay, let me just insert the one. And okay, I need to insert this one again. Now here, let's just rotate it a little bit like this and insert this one. So it moves like this. So this is clearly like, okay, this is clearly locked. Like you can just move it. It's like you're forcing it to open, like it doesn't open, so you see it bouncing. This is really funny to do. Okay, this other one, that's going to make this like this. You see, when we select this, it doesn't move the wrong way, so I really don't understand this one. So this is this one and this one. A really fun thing to do when we're doing locked doors is that we need to make sure the player is trying to open it, so it's fun to make it like forcing the door, like come on, open it up. Like this is really funny to watch. And another one. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, I would say this is not exactly locked because this one is moving and this one is literally supposed not to move. We just get a keyframe here and a keyframe here. Okay, just like this. Okay, cool. Let's just save it and push it down. Here we have 3 different animations: idle, open, and locked. So next thing we need to do is go to our export that is somewhere around here, scene properties. Then use this one. I really don't care for engine path because I like to compile my QC files with crowbar, so I'm gonna use crowbar here. Let me see. Okay, this one here. I need to name this one, so I'm probably gonna name this like door armature. This is another problem, that this one tries to make it like groups. You need to suppress your groups. Now we can just get these pieces we separated from the main model and join it back. Doesn't really, there's a lot of change. Like you see, it still moves like it's supposed to move. See, another really funny thing is that usually we don't, but you can also animate the door itself, so you can make like a lock door that when you try to make it to use it, it goes like this. But usually we don't do this because I really don't know why no one has done this for like over a decade or even more. I think the source is from like 2004. Someone should have done this before. And this is called door 02. I'm gonna call it, let me see, freezer door 02 rotating. Cool. No, this one. No. Okay. Yeah. Here's another little problem is that we made this just for this little one here, and there is also this other one that is just the same door with like, let me just, okay, it is just the same doors but with no windows, the same hardware type. So here's a good reason for not merging as I did. Like let me just, that is okay. Yeah, if we do merge all these parts together, when we make the second door, we need to like redo all the work for each one of these parts. Instead, what we can make here is just select this little piece over here, right? I guess. Okay, just select this, select this, select this other one, select this other one, this and this, and just delete it. Just like this. And this other one here, and this other one here. Oh, another one. This one. Just like this. And why? Because then we can just make it back, just put it back, and if we remove this one, we're going to have the same, the same models going on here with the different door. So this is really useful to make it easier for yourself, and also when we're going to flip to make like mirror doors, it's probably going to be easier if you just make this a separate group, because you can just make this like this is already mirrored. You don't have to do anything else, and if you make the animation, it works. So let me just check it again. Okay, working. So let me just, this is called doors. You can also parent this one like this, and when we move this, it moves together. Okay, let's get here. So we have this door that is invisible, so I'm going to call this freezer door 02 rotating. This one is going to be freezer door lever, freezer door pin, and freezer door knob. this one is just going to be called freezer 01. I guess this is called 01. It probably doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. No, yeah, it is. No, wait. No, it is not. Anyway. Okay, so let me just get this one. Yeah, another thing is that I accidentally made it all inside the freezer 02, which is not ideal. Like, you really don't want to make it like this. It's better to make it in a separate place, like a unique group. But there is no problem in this. Or pre-merge, frame pre-merge, preserve face. What is this? I think it's high poly. And this is basically this. Like, you have the Armature SMD, the two different door sheets, and knob, pin, and lever. So now we just export these models to a different folder just to make it organized. Let's call it prop door rotating. Okay, this here and accept. Okay. Here I'm gonna make this like the easiest way possible. Wait, where is okay, I didn't it's in export. Okay, now this is here. You see you have like this it's called the anims. It goes the animations, and this is not exactly what we want as the animation itself, because we need the nonlinear animation. And how do we do this? We can just get this one and current NLA. The way we can do this is like, you just select this one and you export it. See, now we get the idle animation. Then we can get our open animation, export, and then our locked animation and export. Then we just save it, go back, and here we have all our animations. We can just delete that one, like we don't need that one. And now we need a QC file, and the easiest way to make a QC file is copying a already existing QC file, but in this very specific case I'm gonna make it the whole thing just to demonstrate, because it's better. And the easiest way to make this is create some random text file, open it up, save as, and save it as freezer door.qc. And just delete your main file, and here you have a QC file. Now, first thing we need is our model name, and this is my whole model. Let me just get the one Chris made so we keep it consistent within our project. This is model, like, just copy this one here. Okay, model name is freezer door.mdl. This is going to be called rotating because it rotates. That's quite easy to understand. This is on prop doors. I really don't know why this is in prop doors. I thought it was on kitchen. Like it. Okay, I don't care. The static prop is not necessary because this is not a static prop. On bodies, we're going to change this for body group, so you can just delete it. Sequence, we're not gonna use that one. And collision model, this is we need to get this collision model here. Just throw it inside this one. Okay. Now we have our collision, we have our surface prep, we have our materials. So next thing we need to do is add our body groups. So we're going to find the word like this. You need a, how is this called? I have no idea. So I'm just gonna call this dollar $sign body group body, and you're gonna add the body SMD. Like if we get this one, freezer door is the body SMD. So we get here, paste it, body group will be freezer door 01 rotating. That is. Second body group will be the lever, and here's its thing. This is called handle 01 on my old model. I really don't know why I called handle 01. Like, I don't remember why I put this name, because I was going to call it lever because it's easier to call it lever. So this might not work. I hope it does, but it might not work. This is going to be freezer door lever. Wait, okay, here. Next body group is pin. Just gonna call it pin. And our the last one is knob. This freezer door knob, just like this. If we take a look here, we see we have then our collision model. It's always nice to have the concave, because sometimes, I don't know why, but sometimes it's just better to have a concave command on your collision model, because source doesn't like it when it doesn't. Surface prep, we already have it. Contents here, solid. Yeah. And I'm gonna add this one. We don't need this one, but we need this 3 over here. Okay, let me just make it separated like this. Okay, sequence idle. This is not door 01 left. This is animates dot slash idle dot smd is this one. Then locked and open, they're pretty much right. Here's the FPS. We use 30. It is 30, so this is pretty right, and this is okay for animations. Then we need this one. There are key values. These are like the most boring part of making the rotating doors, because they're like this. Prop data is usually the kind of data that you need your prop to have. So the block line of sight is important because it will make NPC not see what is behind the doors. Even this doesn't work sometimes, but it kinda works. Allow static. You really don't want this to be static, but you know, if you want it, it's here. You can just not let it be static, but I don't know why you would do this. You would just make your life harder. And then here you can make this for like different kind of skins. So you can have like first surface prop is metal, then metal, 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 but we just need one because we don't use different skins for this one, for this model. Then we have hardware 0, that is our, it will be our, I think, yeah, this is no. So this is like, it doesn't have any kind of hardware. And then we have hardware 1, that is the lever. And if I'm not wrong, there is a hardware 2, that is the push bars that come from episode 1. They are useful from like most of things you want to do, but we're not going to need it here because we just use handles, like usual handles. Also, as we're not using custom hardware types, we can just pick this up and put it here, pick this up and put it here, like this. Here in open and close are the sound made by the doors. Usually you're gonna leave it as it is, but you can use custom sounds. I'm just gonna leave it now because I really don't want to have major problems. And here we have act idle, act door locked, and act door open. This is like all in it. Then, well, that is it, I guess. Let's just make like this. I'm gonna copy our freezer door and add a freezer door 02. Make this freezer 02 rotating, and the only difference that we need this to be 0 to 1. 0. No, wait. Wait, I really got confused. 0 2. 0 2. Yeah, okay. 0 2. Okay. Then just gonna get into our where is it? Freezer door rotating. Open the folder and compile it, and we can see we have a couple of errors. Why? Because we have one element leaked. What? Load file level. Okay. Why? That's because this is called freezer, not freezer. Okay, now it should work. No, because there is. Okay, as you can see, English is not my main language, so don't blame me, and sorry for my bad English. Okay, again. Okay, it just worked. Let's make a little test. No, I shouldn't open this one. Is it working? Yes. Okay, textures. It is not responding as default. This was supposed to be a quick tutorial, but I guess I kind of took a little bit longer than I expected, so I am really sorry. Okay, here, and here. Let's add a freezer. Okay, here you see we have a freezer door 02 and freezer door rotating. Okay, this is a really hard word for me. Okay, let me just align this one. Okay, Chris, please. Why didn't you make the center of the model on the ground? And why didn't... come on, really? Okay, like this one, like this, and okay, wait. This is... whoa, I really didn't notice how large this is. Like, this is a really large door. That's funny. Okay, let's just stop this rotating and get our freezer door 02 rotating. Here you can see our knobs here, or okay, let me just place it in the right place like this. And we can also take a look at the animations. Like, we have the lock animation, you see, and it also moves here, and the open animation that moves here, and come on, really, seriously, nah. Okay, so let's pretend this one is why isn't that moving? Like, what did I do wrong? Okay, wait. What? Okay, here. Okay, it was supposed to be moving, but it isn't moving for some reason. I'm not gonna argue, I'm just gonna accept this is Gaben's wish, I guess. And okay, let me just duplicate this one. Make another one. Oh, oops. Wait, there's something wrong here. Yes, this is... what the... wait. Wait, this was not supposed to be happening. Like, really wasn't supposed to be happening. Let me just... okay, I'm gonna mess with that up in just a while. Just on here, and let me just make this one. Okay, this one seems to be like working properly, but that one isn't working properly. Reason is probably... wait, let me see if the actual model is working right. Okay, it seems like this. Yes, it is working just right. So I have no idea why this is happening. Interesting. Let me just here. This is 3002. Okay. Collision model, concave. It wasn't supposed to be wrong, so let me just take a look. 3002. Wait, this is the SMD. Here. Okay, it was supposed to be working. Like, there is no reason for this to not be working, but let us test this one over here, and if it does work, we just change that other one. So for testing, we're going to be using a locked and a unlocked one, like this, and just rotating just at our player. Here. Okay. I'm gonna need red. Okay. Let me see if this is going to work. Okay. I forgot to open up my Steam. While I'm going to take a look at this over here. What is happening here is I don't think I did something wrong about it. Like, what? Okay. Again. Okay, so this one is supposed to be locked and this one is supposed to be unlocked, so let's see. Yay. And it closes. Oh, wait. Okay. This is wait. This is really wrong. Like, look at this. Okay, this one is working just fine. Like, moves like this. This is like supposed to be working with the open forward only and not both sides. Okay, collision is working. This side is kind of working just right, but there is something really off with this face. So let's take a look. It seems like yeah. What is happening here is okay, let me just take a look at this one. Not a problem. No, okay, here it has a inverted normal, it seems like. Wait, it Chris, did you just forget a face? Really? What? Okay, so nah, I guess that I deleted this one when I deleted the knob. Knob. Okay, this is a really hard. Whoops, this is a really hard word for me. But okay, whoops. Sorry, Chris. And sorry, people from my chat. Okay, what else is going wrong? Why is it flickering like this? Like, look at this. That's so weird. Okay, so this is the first problem. The second one is we need to open direction. Open forward only. The other one is locked, so we don't need it. And let's just close it so we can just get it one. And I'm gonna apply rotation and scale. Transforms. Okay. Let's see if this fixes the problem. Just compile. Wait. Am I putting this in the right folders or just? Yes, I am. Okay. So let's compile it again. Get it here. Peer review. File recent tester rotating. And it should be working. At least now we have model complete again. Like no faces left except for this one, but really doesn't matter. It's still flickering for some reason. I really don't know why, because it does have an idle, and I guess that's because it doesn't have a second. Okay, let me just get this on pause mode and just idle. This is first, this is the second, and this. Okay, this should work, I guess. And this one needs to go like this. No, needs to go like this. For some reason it is not working. Why? I really don't know, so just here's another thing. If you're using Hammer++, you need to close your Hammer, otherwise it's going to crash when you compile it. You did this? Okay, it didn't crash this time, thankfully. Let's try it again. And this is getting late. I thought this was going to be a quick tutorial. It's kind of taking a little bit longer than I was expecting, but I also did it all in a single row. Here, see, it doesn't flick in game like this, like this, like this. It's still not working. Okay, and this one. Okay, let's take a look at our second model, because it was just having that weird stuff with its collision. It's still having this problem. Reasons for this. Probably, I guess. Let's check how this is. Face primary YouTube face. Let's take a look. Okay, this was supposed to be working. Let's just apply same and just export. Wait, why is this? Ah, okay, it's because this right here. I need to activate this one and suppress it. Okay, this is okay. We don't really need to suppress this one. We just has one. Okay, it has only one model inside it. So let's just do it all again. Get this one here, compile it, and didn't work. Why? Why is this? This is in freezer or 02. Wait, okay. I am looking at the wrong one. I need to look at this one. It was just a copy of the other one, so it wasn't supposed to be different. Wait. Where's this? Wait, where's the other one? Here. Okay. Here, collision model is freezer door 02 face. How is it called? It's freezer door 02 face. This is alright. This is okay. Doesn't seem to be wrong. So there is no reason for this to be working wrong. Your words -1. Okay, I guess this is. I mean, this is source being source as always. Let's just try it again and see how it goes. Yep, this is really working wrong. Like, this is so weird. Like, you can just get stuck and okay, this is really weird, but why? Okay, let me just do this. Getting the view model Like sometimes it's just the best tool you can use to find what's going wrong. So models, prop doors, this door, you're too rotating. Physics model. Why? Wait, this is really weird. Like the collision model is just rotated, so let's just try to make it like this. Need to rotate it less 90 and if this is less 90 again. And the only problem is that I don't really know where the center of it is. There is no way to like properly make it fit. I'm just I don't think it works. Weird. Why is this? When we get a sequence, it doesn't move. So this is also not a problem. Okay, so I really don't think this is going to make any difference right now. I'm just gonna let it be like it wants to be, because I don't really think this is going any far. Okay, the overall logic of how to do a prop door rotating is basically this. You just make a prop and animate it, and well, this is basically all you need to do. And use nonlinear animations and make your QC files adapt to your door models. And wait, okay, this is no, this is so far from working. Okay, I think this time this is going to work. Let's try it. Okay. Yeah, this is the cheaper way of doing this. It's like try and error, and it's sometimes here it's not the intended way, but it does work, so you don't need to worry if no one's going to see the process, which is not the case. You are seeing the process, but if you're making a game and people are not going to see the process, you don't need to worry about it. Okay, so yeah, we have prop door rotating with animations. I think that's all I have to talk about. I really don't remember anything else anyway. And if someday I need to make like push bar variants of some kind of doors, I can probably make a different video, probably shorter, so you can see like how to use different body groups. It's a little bit trickier, but not really that hard. And well, you can also like make any kind of hardware to open your doors. I just decided to make this. Wait, this is rotating the wrong way. Um, let's just pretend this is not. This one's right. And that is it, I guess. So thanks for watching, I guess, and I wish you good luck with your next door models, and feel free to ask any question and doubts, like if someone wants to put this in on the Valve developer documents, this can be really useful, I guess, because there is basically nothing about the rotating, how to make it from scratch like this. So yeah, that's it. Thank you and goodbye.